Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show.
Summoner advancement rewards are missing for some players. The biggest Marvel Contest of Champions account now has 2 rank 5 6-star champions. Kabam reveal the events and potential champs for 2023, and the Banquet Event ends tomorrow. Hey! I don't know why I did that with some kind of like accent. The Banquet Event ends tomorrow. It does, apparently. Hello everybody, welcome to... I actually was going to plan to take today off, that's why I still haven't got these decorations down, but enjoy it for the last time. All the festive vibes. It's gone. It's gone. By the way, it's not unlucky to have them up. I think it's the 6th of January and then it's going to be down. Otherwise, it's bad luck. I think that's what that is. Otherwise, hey, starting off the new year with unluckiness. Shouldn't be, though. We need plenty of luck. But I'm going to be taking a good chunk of today off just to do some stuff in the background. And tomorrow, we're going to do some really cool stuff. Battlegrounds metas, loads of different guides and things in order to prepare you for the year. Really pumped to get on with, working on this particular stuff. Hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications on all. And of course, without further ado, let's get into the news show and have a look at some things. So, first of all, where are the Summoner Advancement Rewards? Yes, Summoner Advancement Rewards. Something that was out a lot... Well, it should have been out a while ago. Now, I can't remember. The thing is, I can't remember whether or not I received it or not. Part of me feels like I have received it, but I don't know if that's 100% correct. It's still something, there's players without it, so it may be a case. I may have got it, but there's some weird stuff with it. I think this is like the second time in a row it's happened where players haven't received their Summoner Advancement Rewards. Also, just something to point out, I know a lot of people are waiting for answers for things from Kabam, and they are, well, they're kind of on holiday at the moment. Or a good chunk of the team are on holiday. A lot of games devs, including the games dev I work for, are kind of back this week or to the latter point of this week. So that's when you start seeing a flurry of things. In the UK, it's a bank holiday today. So I don't know if if it's a bank holiday for everybody else. But it could be a case either Kabam are back in more full force, between today and the rest of the week. Don't really know. But still a lot of players up until the end point of December 2022 and the start point of January 2023. It's still weird saying that. Are definitely kind of like looking to see where their rewards are for Summoner Advancement because they haven't been paid out for them. There's 2 threads going on at the moment about this particular stuff. So yeah, don't know what's happening yet. Waiting for an answer for Kabam on this, but it seems like some people are missing those rewards. Next up, and a bit of a surprise, well, a good surprise. It's good to see Max Arnold, who's the senior quest designer at Kabam and Marvel Contest of Champions, deliver a Year 8 roadmap. So this was it's pretty cool to see. There's also like tidbits of information looking at the past, but also looking at the present and into the future, especially with the Masters of Evil having some event that is dropping as a second point to the Titania one. And then there's going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp in February, and a few other things as well. We've done a prediction on the channel for this, and yeah, I think the Young Avengers month is going to see Viv Vision and Kate Bishop. That's it. I think they're going to be coming in. I don't think Speed will come in because it's just too soon since Quicksilver. Spider-Verse, I don't know. People like Spider-Verse stuff. I would like to see Spider-Man Noir. That's probably my next one. But yeah, Spider-Woman and so much more. It's an interesting watch, especially to find out more about what's happening in the future. So go and check it out in the link in the description if you so wish. The Banquet event is ending, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is sad. It's sad to see that. I thought I'd do like a little kind of coverage right here. There's some good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to the Banquet event. The ugly is the the bad and the ugly is just the GBCs. Even though they are good, as I've said, and I'm sure people will disagree with that, but there comes a point where the GBCs aren't worth it. As I've said in the video, I pointed out, there comes a point where you look at this and go, okay, great, I'm opening GBCs, I'm buying GBCs with units, I'm then getting milestones. That's great. Oh, I got a terrible GBC opening, and then it's like, right, well, I didn't get anything good. They're RNG. Oh dear, I've got to run up milestones. Oh dear, this just seems like pain each time. And when I bought my last 15, I bought my last 10, sorry, and I had 5 free ones. it definitely felt like I was like, you know, I'm done with these. I really am done with these. I might try and push up to, I'm at the moment at 183,000. I would like to end at 200k, but it does mean I've got to do a bit of a last minute unit grind. And I'm already a little bit burnt out from kind of like doing, like farming in for units at the moment. I want to play something else. This is why I'm looking forward to Battlegrounds coming back on Wednesday, I think it is, Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I can focus my attention on that. And I'm, you know, more interested in that than I am in this, which it's just been a slog. It's been good though. That's the thing, I'm not complaining about it. It's been really good. These milestones have been amazing. This is why I saw an interesting poll, and I thought it'd be important to mention, especially depending if you're free to play or not. I think if you're a spender, you kind of get the idea of like what you're doing. People have already spent about, you know, I've heard. And we'll talk about the next topic, which may be that someone has spent 6 figures in order to try and achieve certain things. I definitely know of people that have spent 5 figures in the banquet event alone on stuff. It's pretty crazy. And last year, we've seen people within the community spend that like 5 figures. Any case, right? I thought this was interesting because. Personally, the milestones were so huge for my account, says a hero, and also the question and the poll was, how satisfied is everyone with the rewards from GBCs with a milestone? So first of all, I just want to kind of go back to something. If you follow me on Twitter, which you'll follow me on Twitter by the way, you'll know I posted this. So M did her final opening of 2022, and this was from her 6-star Nexus. Do bear in mind, like, M's account is a Conqueror account, so she's now uncollected, so that's great. She did that, fantastic. And also we had a little bit of a joke on this on Twitter because it, you know, the choice side of things was like, she was like, oh, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna be the Moo gang and go Rintra to inflict moo-moos and a Billy boo-boos. So yeah, that's, you know, she got that. We were joking around with the idea of like picking Hela or Sentinel over Rintra just to kind of like, as a response thing, but I thought, nah, I can't be bothered with this. So I just kind of went, oh, M got a 6-star Nexus. I think she picked well. So that was cool. So that was great to see. But as I said, at the time, like, M's account was a Conqueror account, and it was cool to see that she could make those kind of like incredible gains. And I think she made more gains in the banquet event versus what she did in the gifting event. That's how good it was. For that, because things move on with metas, and Kabam allowed everybody to have you know, a slice of the pie, which is good. But I would say that this poll is a good idea, but at the same time, I would say that it needs to be more. It's too much case of like, there's two things here: milestones and GBCs. GBCs, right, and rewards from the milestones, nice, banging, absolutely fantastic. So it's difficult to kind of like, for me personally, if I was to rate the GBCs, I would go 3 to 4 out of 10. But if I was to do the milestones, I'd go 9 out of 10, like 7 to 8, or 9 to 10. But if I was out on average, based on how trash the GBCs have been, having scrap in them for God's sakes, and also the quality of the milestones, it kind of puts it down as an even. If the GBCs were either progression based or had a better kind of drop rate for certain things I need, because like, here's the thing, I don't need tier 4 CC at the moment. I've got plenty of tier 4 CC as a Paragon player. I need like tier 3 alpha fragments more than that. And yes, they are in a GBC, but the chances of trying to get them are slim to nil. The same thing with things like 6-star Awakening gems. I need them. Yeah, I need 6-star Nexuses, 6-star features and stuff like that, but a lot of the time, like, a lot of Paragon players would have pushed because they've gone through things like Battlegrounds and so many other places, that they'd be like, well, I kind of feel like I need something, again, in a different direction. So in any case, like, I would probably put it slap bang in the middle if we're putting those two things together, GBCs and milestones. And it seems like there's more of a case of like, there's more of a positive towards the latter point. So milestones and GBCs. I don't know if, like, this is the thing, I've seen that people, you know, here, very satisfied with the milestone rewards. The GBCs, not a fan of the scrap for a low amount of 6-star shards. True. Milestones were great. Scrap, tier 4 CC shard amounts, etc. were pretty much junk, and I should have spent less units then on trying to get 6-star Weapon X. That's the thing as well. I'm still gonna, I'll probably commit more units next year, to be honest, more free-to-play units, because I'm still staying non-spending in MCOC for 2023. And yeah, so I just want to, like, you know, do that. So I think it definitely is very mixed as to that kind of feeling. But I definitely see value of going, look, it was a great event, milestones were banging, and but the GBCs questionable GBCs this year, especially compared with previous years. There was no like resourcing, there was no epoch shards in a previous year, there was no gamma something or other. I think we had like a gamma event, like gamma radiation things for another kind of like story type thing. You know, all this stuff is like, well, odd. It's still odd, very odd. And now we move on now to the six-figure account. What's a six-figure account? Well, this is all about Magus. So shout out to Magus, as he or she, I don't know, I'd assume he, has reached an impressive milestone in the MCOC universe, in that he is, which you can see on screen right now, this is live in game at the moment, and some of the leaderboards, is up at 7 mil account rating. Now, there's lots of different rumors and like things that are kind of coming up from this one. So now we're going to talk about stuff that may or may not be true, because I have heard people say, oh, well, this and this and this. So let's just try and keep it down to kind of like, okay, speculation on these things and everything with a pinch of salt. But the most incredible thing about this is that the player now has not just one, but 2 rank 5 6-star champions, which is incredible, because trying to get that is just really, really, really difficult at this moment and requires a lot of spending. I mean, even for myself, who's got relatively fortunate in some of my tier 6 CC. Well, not so fortunate, but you know, I've done all the stuff that would kind of give it content-wise. Cosmic, I've got up to 14,250 just for one. And do bear in mind, in order to rank 5 a 6-star champion, you don't need just the one tier 6 CC, you need 3. So to get that, you might have had to spend a lot of money in order to do so. So this particular player has done quite a bit, and also a lot of these champions I would assume are 200 signature. You kind of go with that, especially with the prestige elements and the prestige side of things. So let's have a quick check actually at the prestige. It is now totaling at a very impressive 17,672 with an 832 relic prestige addition to that. So the one rumor is that he's a rich dude from Singapore. He's wire transferred $50,000 from what his Alliance member said in the chat. Again, whether or not this stuff is true, I don't know. You know, take it with a pinch of salt with stuff. Now, I was thinking about kind of like looking more into this topic the same way a lot of people have, a lot of other MCC YouTubers have looked into kind of like, oh, this particular person. But then it's, the problem that I'm seeing is the same thing I've seen in the forums, in comment sections, is people falling out about this particular subject. It's a bit of a weird one, as we've got people that will look at this going like, okay, well, how much does this kind of increase the divide between those that are non-spending and spending? By the way, for me personally, looking at this, look, spend your money how you want. It's just a case of like, look, in a game, there's going to be, in a pay-to-win game, there will be winners, there will be losers, there will be people that will be able to make quicker gains by throwing in a lot of money, and there's people that won't be able to. It's just a case of like, you come to a point like myself, 6 years, 7 years into playing, that you just go, I'm done with the rat race and this stuff. I'm done with trying to spend in order to kind of like get myself right up to the point of collection of some of these very rare rank up resources. And now we've got relics. So there's always going to be that divide, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse with 7 stars. It's going to get worse with 6 stars. But there always comes a point of like, you look at it and go, how much do I want to spend to chase? Because that's what you're doing. You chase rewards, or you're spending to always keep above the kind of the wave, in front of the wave of things. And yeah, you could be on that surfboard at the front of it riding the wave, but look, these like 6 figures being spent, 7 figures, whatever, 7 figures, 6 figures, whatever it is, being spent, will be depreciated within 2 years. Like, that's the weird thing. Rank 5, I'll have a rank 5 6-star in 2 years. I might have even won by the end of this year. I don't really know. But then it's like, well, I would have achieved that from not having to spend any money. So you kind of have to look at it from that perspective. And that's what people are picking up on. But also they're picking up on it from other things. They're looking at things like, battlegrounds and going like, okay, well, I face off against this person, and the problems and pitfalls when it comes to like matchmaking and fair matchmaking. Being this player is a Paragon player and many others as well. And there's no disrespect here, but it's just pointing out the obvious. In a matchmaking situation, as a Paragon player, if I was to face off against Magus, Magus would be incredibly more powerful as an account versus my account. I don't have 200 signature champions at 6-star. I've got some, but I wouldn't have not nearly as much as, say, he would have, or any of the people in the top alliances based on the acquisition. So it means that there's more work for me to do. So that's fine. There's more work for me to do. And at that point, it's just down to Kabam how they look to improve the gap between two types of players. Those that can spend the volumes of money they can, and those that don't, especially because yes, you've got scenarios of like war matchmaking, of battlegrounds matchmaking, and I'm sure there will be more in the future. How prestige plays a part in all of this stuff, and so much more. Like there's so much more elements to this, but then it's the case of like it's up to Kabam how they look to balance this. I don't think they'd ever will. They haven't done it in 7 to 8 years. Why would they start doing it now to create like an even playing field? But that's never ever going to be the case, especially as I said with relics, 7 stars and rank 5 materials. And the reason, again, like I'm not going into kind of like more detail on this particular, I was going to say, oh, we do like a big research thing on it, but there is always reminded to me like the comments side of things and how people are willing to kind of fall out on this particular subject. But look, here's the point: there's people that are going to spend money in games. There's people that are going to continue to spend money in games. Spend your money how you want, as long as you're kind of like you're able to do so and have means to do it. And for those that are non-spending, try not to kind of like use this as inspiration to kind of work hard to get up to that point. But do bear in mind, you will get to that point. It's just going to be a slower process in order to get up there. It's not going to take a year. It's not going to take 2 years. It may take 2.5 years. It may take 3 years, but you might get up to that particular point. And yes, they may be a bit further along than you at that certain point, but you'll get there. You'll keep getting that, and you'll get there for free, and you'll get there on your own terms. So I think that's kind of the point to really kind of like mention with all this falling out on the subject, because there was falling out. And yeah, well, congrats as well to Magus getting to rank 5 6 stars, and also congrats for being the first ever 7 million rated account in Marvel Contest of Champions. Finally, thank you very much to those who support the channel as a YouTube member and as a patron. You're on screen right now. Also those that support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. Might be live streaming today, possibly not, definitely tomorrow as we return back to kind of like regular content, regular streaming, and all those things as well. And make sure as well to check out some other content which is located on screen right now, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.